Hi, everyone, and welcome. I'm so glad to have you here today. I really am. Hi. I'm doing a suds test of a few of my recent creations. And yeah, there have been fewer creations recently, so fewer suds tests, but I am working on some things. I'm just not as fast as I was because of, well, just being really crazy busy. Some things I haven't talked much about is the big freeze that we had, just so many weeks ago. Caused more damage here than I've really talked about. Caused some delays with animals, caused just a lot of issues. That requires me spend some time with them when I'm not at my job, my 9-to-5 job, which isn't 9 to 5, but you get what I'm saying. And so I've had less time for doing the things that I love, like soap making. So I've had fewer opportunities to test those soaps that I'm not making as well, if that makes sense. I'm going to be doing a test of 3 different soaps today. We're going to be testing the rose geranium, which just smells beautiful. It's donkey milk, which is so gentle and so good for the skin. And just the fact that it's scented with delicious rose geranium just adds to it. I think this would be lovely for Mother's Day, just my opinion. The different colored geranium flowers on top, they mix so well. They don't turn brown. There's still that lovely purple and blue and golden hues. I just love it. And it smells fantastic. But I'm not going to be testing this one. I'm going to do an end piece that I had cut off when I made the loaf, so I don't have to mess up a good bar of soap. So we're going to start with that one. And yep, the flowers will come off in water. That's fine. I put them just on the very top. That way, if you don't want them, you can just scrape them off, because if you leave flowers on soap, they're going to get moldy and icky, and nobody wants moldy and icky. All right. Okay, there we go with our initial suds. Boy, that essential oil is lovely. I've told you all before I don't like rose geranium. And that's because I had only dealt with it previously in in lotions. People had requested it in lotions, like Lang Lang and things like that. I just am not a fan of those 2 fragrances compared to so many other fragrances. But in soap, they smell completely different than they do in lotions and balms. That's very nice. I'm very pleased with that. It's very creamy. It does have a nice bubble to it. Such a lovely scent. But more than anything, it just feels really good. It really does. It has a real nice kind of a silky, creamy sensation. I like that. All right. The next one we're going to test is Roots. This is the one that I made recently using several different roots. It's got indigo and alkanet and gromwell, madder root, and turmeric in it. That's it, to get all the different colors. My mother would have considered this somewhat of a magical soap, because she believed that the combination of certain roots and certain proportions had qualities that were really beneficial to people. And I kind of believe that too, but maybe in a different way. Not so much supernatural, but in the natural sense. Yeah, it's quite nice. I like the way the colors are subtle. You can see the subtle variations in the different colors. I like that. I like bright, cheery colors too, but I just really think these speak to roots, because roots are underground, and just the different variations in colors. I really like that a lot. And of course it suds lovely. Very nice. Quite nice indeed. That smells so good. That's the ginger root, lemongrass, and a little bit of vetiver. It's not a masculine nor a feminine fragrance. It's kind of middle of the road. I like that. I really do. That's very nice. And finally, This is the Castile, but I won't be using that bar. This isn't one I'm selling. It's one that I use myself. But this was an end piece that I broke in half for this purpose, just for doing these kind of tests, so I don't have to waste a bar. Not that that would be wasted, but anyway, this is the Castile. This is month 6. Very nice. You know, I'm getting much better suds than you might. Now, some of it is because of the other soaps I was handling. Let's not, you know, I could rinse off, but it still does have a suds to it. Try to rinse it off a bit here. Now, it's got some of that on it, but yeah, it's got its own suds. They are smaller. Can you see how much smaller those are than the other bars? That's because Castile is not a real sudsy soap. It's not about that. It's about being gentle. It's non-stripping of the skin. It's great for like babies or those with extremely sensitive skin, like moi. It is a really nice bar, creamy bar of soap, and it will get you clean. It's not as cleansing the way coconut oil is, but coconut oil can also, in the wrong proportion, strip your skin of those essential oils that are in your skin, your own essential oils. The Patrick essential oils, or the Mary essential oils, or the Kath essential oils. Those oils in our skin and the ability to retain moisture is very important in your skin. And so not taking away that natural moisture from the skin is really beneficial to looking better. So your skin doesn't look that, so you don't get that crepey kind of dry skin, which we all can get from occasion. But yeah, the Castile, I'm very happy. That's 6 months out, and I just think it's just terrific. It will continue, of course, to get milder and milder as it ages. But I did want to talk to you all. I'm going to sit here with my hands in the water. It's cold in here, and this feels really good. The warm water feels really good on my hands. I would crawl in here like a bathtub, except I'm too big. But I wanted to talk to you all about a couple of things I'm working on. Due to a very special request, I would say I've had 20 of these kind of requests over the last few years, and that's to make bath bombs. And I've shied away from it simply because I thought it would be too time consuming. Because I had made some before by, getting a mold, pressing them into a mold, releasing them, filling again, releasing, that kind of thing. And I found it very time consuming, and considering you only get a few bucks for each one, I didn't find that it was an economically feasible thing to do until I got a bath bomb machine. Let me show that to you now, because using the term machine, I'm using rather loosely. So let me show you what I got. All right, so here it is. It is very simple mechanism, and it's completely manual. You basically fill up your bath bomb with fill up your bath bomb mold, with the goodness in it, pack them rather tightly, press them together. But here, you would set it in here like this. Of course, it wouldn't be laying on its side. I'm just doing this so you can see the process. Then you press down the handle. That compresses your bath bomb. Then you lift it up and you remove your bath bomb. But normally it's like this. And so it would work like that. Very simple, very easy. I purchased this off of Etsy. There's a maker there that makes this. Just look up bath bomb machine on Etsy if it's something you're interested in. They do make ones that use air compressors that cost about 3 to 4 times the price of this one. And the truth is, I didn't want something like that for various reasons. Why put more? You know how this Texas power grid is after the big freeze we had, the power outage. So I don't need more things stressing the grid, as it were. And to me, this is a bit more natural, doing it, manually. It's no big deal. You press down, you're using your good old body weight to do the compression rather than an air compressor. And it's very simple, I think very elegant design. I think that this is going to be great for me. I do want to start making these because of the requests that I've had. Of course, I will keep them natural, just as I've done before with essential oils. Now, as far as color goes, you can obviously color bath bombs with the roots and herbs in the same way you do in soaps and things like that. But you're going to get a different reaction in the tub than you would with micas, the way they disperse. As you may know or not know, root powders and things like that in a soap, they absorb the oils that they are infused in. And so they are very much a part of the soap. And as you use it, the small particles of the root, the powder, something is released in the water, giving you a little bit of a color, as you've seen in some of the other soaps that I've made, such as turmeric or some just various ones. But in something like this, where you're just using dry materials, the roots and things will disperse, but in clumps. And so I'm going to have to play with that a bit, or use micas for bath bombs. I have some thoughts about that, and I'd like to hear from each of you as well about your thoughts of this sort of thing. I have some concerns. I want to make bath bombs because that's what several people have asked me to do, and I want to keep it economical, but I do have a few misgivings about mica and bath bombs, and only because of a few articles that I've read, but nothing conclusive. So I'm interested in hearing from each of you about your thoughts on this, whether you're a maker or you're just a customer looking to make purchases. What are you looking for? What are your thoughts on this subject? All right. Thanks so much, everyone. I really appreciate you very much. You know what? This is like writing something. I feel like hey, this is great exercise. Wow, I don't have to walk after all. I can just make bath bombs. All right, everyone, have a terrific day, and I'll see you back soon. Goodbye.